Alright, welcome to Pilot 2 for
Why
we watch anime.
Pilot 2.
Forgot it for a second.
So we're going for a second trying something a little different than last time.
Even though it's not really that different, aside from the fact that we now have a laptop.
Ooh, technology.
There you go.
And it's, so last time we watched the anime and waited a week, and this time we're going with right away, trying to talk about it. We've just watched the episode.
We just watched Blassreiter, episode 2, and I guess improvement.
It was definitely better than episode 1, but that's not hard to do.
Episode 1 was pretty bad. This one wasn't as bad, because as we discussed
like Star Wars. Whatever.
It's kind of opposite, though.
No, episode 1 was the worst.
Right, and episode 2 got a little better. But anyway, kind of tangent. Less CG, so I made it better.
Definitely an improvement. Market improvement. Probably like the first 5 minutes or so was no CG at all.
Yeah, just about no.
Which I was actually liking it.
Car scenes that there was CG,
but it was pretty good. I was liking it, and then all of a sudden, you get to these action scenes, and it makes me sad. Like, I normally look forward to action scenes in an anime, and I really don't want to see action.
Right, because the CG totally made it not fun anymore. Less nudity too. That made it. Well, I'm not sure if it made it better or if it made it worse, but it made it better because it wasn't stupid, less nudity. Although
it wasn't nudity for the sake of nudity, like in the first episode.
Well, it kind of was. It was like, why did she have to be in a robe?
Because she was trying to get it. She was gonna, she was gonna do her thing and try and take advantage of him. So, I don't know. At least it sort of made sense. There were adult themes in the episode. It fit with their theme of trying to take advantage of him. Garrett, obviously, is what we're talking about, where I don't remember her name, but Jill was trying to take advantage of him, and since Garrett is now the hero, they were going to try and exploit him for money.
I just popped up in my head, but what was interesting for me was, why did, if Jill would never have been there, would he have gone his little berserk mode, or would he have been just kept on saving people, or is that Jill's the only reason he went berserk? He's his ex-girlfriend's now cheating on him. Although, how do you cheat on an ex? I don't know.
She was trying to take advantage of him, and that made him angry. Obviously, it's hard to say. Obviously, he had something happen when that the mystery character, who is probably. I think it's a consensus that he's a main character.
Yeah, and we were reading the forums on Mal, the first episode somebody mentioned his name is Joseph. I don't know how he knows that. Did we miss Joseph in there?
Maybe it's on the characters list. I don't know. I don't read
I guess. I mean, there's no. I don't see a manga adaptation, so whatever. Anyway, moving on. Somewhat interesting plot too. It's kind of going somewhere.
It could go somewhere. It has potential.
Right.
There's potential in the plot. It's moderately interesting. So long as there's no CG action.
Yeah. Okay, so obviously the bad, too much CGI.
Still.
There's really doesn't need to be there. I mean, why? I don't understand why. But
they've started it now. They can't stop doing it halfway through. So we're gonna have to deal with it if we're gonna continue on watching.
James mentioned that I didn't really notice the physics because I don't notice the physics, but obviously he's crazy.
Well, you noticed the motorcycle.
Yeah, the motorcycle. I'm not sure if you guys noticed, for those of you that watched it, if you ride a motorcycle, every time you go over rubble, it's extremely bumpy, and if the rubble is even decently large, it's going to take you down. Well, they were going over blocks and bricks.
And it wasn't even affecting their suspension. You could, if you pay attention, they go straight through it. There's nothing there.
We got this. And so I'm like, okay, not going to happen, but look past that.
Some other stupid physics things, I mean, you see the monster guy go off on his motorcycle over this edge on, freeway to freeway, and it's this 30-foot drop. You can believe that. It doesn't look like a normal motorcycle, the guy's not human, whatever. Then the chick, police character, whatever, special SWAT team person, goes after him and does it just fine. That's a 30-foot drop on a motorcycle.
Humans have been enhanced, apparently.
You're not going to be able to do that. The third one, the oncoming traffic, there's this huge truck, probably going, 40, 50 miles an hour opposite direction, and Garrett in his monster form, nicks it with his shoulder, and it fully stops within 5 feet, and that's just not realistic.
And as I was telling James, I was like, it's just upgraded brakes. So
obviously they have super awesome breaks in like a year.
Breaks and
in Germany, I think. Maybe Germans have better breaks.
I guess they're in Germany. I don't get it. Whatever. Okay. Honorable mentions. There's no honorable mentions. Sorry, none of you were interesting enough for us to mention you on this episode.
Everybody seemed to have kind of the same consensus we came to. Yeah. That it's not the greatest series so far. The CG is no good.
It has hope, but hope to not be a failure, and hope to maybe not drop. Maybe not be dropped.
It's in that category of should I drop it or just finish it and give it a low rating.
Right.
I prefer not dropping series, so at this point, since it does have some potential, I'd rather see it through to the end.
It's still on the shelf. We're figuring it out. But
this episode has probably moved up to like a 5.
Yeah.
5 out of 10. That's good for it.
I mean, I was probably going to go that. Well, what's a 6? Good? Fair. Whatever. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up. So this is it for
Blassreiter, episode 2. Better than episode 1. Potential for the series.
Right.